Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports.
Hey, Jesse Camacho with Popternative, and I am so lucky to be here with one of the major stars of Guardians of the Galaxy, Kraglin himself, Mr. Sean Gunn. Sean, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, absolutely. I got to see this yesterday, and it's an absolute blast from start to finish. You guys nailed it. And one of the, I think, pretty cool, unique things about you is you've gotten to portray kind of CGI and non-CGI characters in this. Can you kind of compare and contrast that experience and how it kind of affects your approach and the final product?
The interesting thing is that I really try to prepare different characters in a similar way. So whether it ends up being a CGI character or a character where you see my face on screen, I still start from the same approach, which is reading the script and sort of visualizing the scenes from the perspective of the character that I'm playing. The good thing about playing CGI characters is that there's a larger margin of error. The visual effects team can always change what I do if they want to, and particularly with Rocket. So I do a lot of work with Rocket, obviously, but also it's not generally my voice that you hear in the movie, and so I'm mostly there to work with the other actors, and then Bradley comes in and completes the character later.
Amazing. And I think one of the kind of hallmark things about these Marvel films, especially the Guardians of the Galaxy films, is that sense of fun and camaraderie and humor. Now, is that just like a perfect marriage of the great writing, directing, and performances, or do you think there was kind of something special with this cast in particular?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's both. I think it's we have such good scripts for these movies, and obviously I'm biased. It's my brother James, but he really does construct a really beautiful world for us to inhabit, and then the amount of trust that the actors have in one another that we have as an ensemble, particularly doing our third movie together, it just makes it all really, really pop. It's one of the reasons why this has been the most probably fulfilling creative experience I've had.
Amazing. And you've played this character now through 3 of these films and several other Marvel films. What have you kind of enjoyed the most about his arc and just the experience overall?
I love that when I first started playing Kraglin, I really didn't know exactly who he was, which is unusual before you embark on a character. But he was really in the background in the first movie, and we tinkered a little bit with what kind of person he was going to end up being. And it wasn't until I saw the first movie that I got it. And so to then see where he's gone from being this sort of in the prodigal son parable to the he's the son who stayed, right, and to see where Kraglin has gone from just being this peripheral guy in the background to finding his way within the family, it's just been so magnificent, and it's paralleled my own experience in the movie and to some degree, which is great.
That's awesome, and you played it so beautifully.
Thank you.
Last one for me. Your brother, the great James Gunn, has come out and said that this is the concluding chapter for him in the story he wanted to tell. What was that last day on set like, saying goodbye in that way to this group of people in particular, this exact group?
Well, certainly saying goodbye at the end is bittersweet, but it's also joyful in its own way. So there were a lot of tears on the last day because it was really sad to be, not working with my friends, at least for a while, who knows. But also, there's something so gratifying about, as collaborators, as creative collaborators, completing something and saying, we're now ready to give this to people, and we've made it, now let's give it and see how it lands. And there's something really joyful about that for me.
Well, as one of those fans, it was fantastic. It was a home run, and thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the time.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Jesse.
Have a good one.
All right, you too.
Cheers.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popternative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.